An air marshal springs to action during a transatlantic flight after receiving a series of text messages that put his fellow passengers at risk unless the airline transfers $150 million into an offshore account. This is my review of Nonstop. After seeing the first trailer for Nonstop, I thought to myself, man, I don't know about this movie. It looks like it could be fun or it could be stupid. So I said to myself that when I hear the first reviews, I'm going to look for and see if the reviewers say if it's trying to be a good action movie or trying to not take itself that seriously and try to be just a fun action movie. And after seeing the first reviews, I saw that some were saying that sometimes it was trying to take itself seriously and sometimes it was just trying to be a fun action movie. So I was like, okay, I'm on board then. Let's go see this movie. So I saw the movie with my dad, and I have to tell you guys that Nonstop is a pretty good action movie, and an action movie that's not like really trying to take itself seriously, but at some points it does. The good points. So just like I said a moment ago, this movie was just trying to take itself not that serious at certain moments, and at other certain moments it was trying to take itself seriously with the subject matter. And in my opinion, it sort of felt like Die Hard in a way. Like it didn't feel like Die Hard so much that it was trying to be a rip-off of Die Hard, but it sort of had a Die Hard feel to it, if you know what I mean. Also like some of the twists and some of the turns that this movie was taking, and I liked how it kept me interested in the story, and I liked how it tried to make me think of like who was the person, like who's the villain in this movie. And after finding out who the villain is, like, oh wow, like that person is? It was like, well, I didn't see that coming, but that's cool. I also thought that some of the directing was interesting and intriguing at certain moments of the movie, because at certain moments it's like, oh wow, wouldn't like really think of doing that shot that way, or thinking, oh, that's a cool shot. The final good thing I have to say about Nonstop is that Liam Neeson and Julianne Moore are really the two main actors in this movie that like stand out above all the other people. Which is sort of weird because in the trailer has Lupita Nyong'o, who also stars in the movie, and you sort of think, oh, like maybe she has like sort of like a small supporting role in this movie that helps the main character. But really, Lupita Nyong'o is just in there just for like, oh hey guys, look, we have Lupita Nyong'o if you even know her. And some people probably do now since she just won an Oscar a week ago. Really though, Liam Neeson and Julianne Moore did great jobs with their characters, and I liked how they acted in this movie. The bad points. One of the things I didn't like about Nonstop is that there were some plot devices and there were some characters that I thought weren't that well used in the movie, and I thought that were underutilized in a certain way. For instance, Lupita Nyong'o, she was shown at certain moments in the trailer, and you're thinking to yourself while you're watching the trailer, oh, well, this girl is probably going to be like a major supporting character in this movie. But like after you see the movie, it's like, well, she didn't even do anything in this movie. I also thought that some of the editing was bad. Overall, most of the editing was good, but there were some moments where it's like, yeah, this scene's good, but this one needs to be like a little bit trimmed there, and there, since like those parts are taking a little bit too long. I thought that some cast members could have done a better job with their acting in the movie. Well, with some like certain moments or some certain parts, because it's like when I watched the movie and with some of these actors and actresses in their scenes, it was like, man, that could have been a little bit better from you, or that could have been a little bit better from you as well. But this doesn't include Liam Neeson or Julianne Moore. I thought that those two did good jobs for what they did. But for the rest of the cast, I thought that certain members could have done better at certain moments. The final bad thing I'll say is that I thought that some of the directing and some of the camera work could have been done better. For the directing, there were just some certain moments like, I don't know if that was the right choice of going that way with the direction. And for the camera work, I noticed of like some like small parts throughout the movie where the framing like seemed a little bit off, or it felt like a character's head was like in a shot more than this other character's head. And I pretty much notice like almost everything when I'm watching a film, and when I see something that's wrong, it's like, oh man, what's wrong with that shot? And it takes me out of the movie. And when I get taken out of the movie because of something like that, it's like, that's a little bit of a bad point right there. So like I said, I saw this movie with my dad, and my dad gives this movie a 3.5 out of 4 stars. He thought it was a really good action movie. While I give it a 3 out of 4 stars, I thought it was a fun action movie as well, but there were some moments where I thought that could have been better, that could have been better, this could have been better. Okay guys, so Non-Stop. Non-Stop is a movie that takes itself seriously at certain moments and doesn't take itself seriously at other moments. And I think you should see it if it's in your area still at matinee price. But if you want to wait for it to come out on DVD and Blu-ray, then that's fine, go ahead. But other than that, guys, that's it from me. And other than that, that's it.